One of the reasons why we took Adventures in Marriage was Victor had went to prison for 7.5 years for DUI manslaughter. So when he came out of prison, it was starting over in our relationship. It's kind of like a reset. So when they offered Adventures in Marriage through Celebration Church, it was our first group that we were going to do together.
So I was listening to Praise 107.9 on the radio, and they said this like marriage class, like adventure in marriage thing, and I was like, that sounds interesting. And then it was free, so I signed us up. And yeah, he was like, he didn't really care much at first, but we found it to be really valuable, what we've learned.
Yeah, when she kind of brought it to me, I was kind of like, hey, we don't need that, you know? But I've always told her since I met her, like, anywhere you want to go, I'll go with you. So that's what really brought me in the beginning, just coming with her.
When Nancy brought it to my attention, I said, at first I was like, oh, you know, the inside of me was saying, like, you got this, you can kind of work it. But then I was like, no, I could see it in her heart that it was very important. And it kind of went back to that understanding. It's like, Victor, if this is what you know is going to help you out, give it a shot and go into it with an open mind. And that's what I did.
It really was more than I expected. It gave me way more than I was looking for, because I really wasn't looking for anything. I was pretty neutral about it. But I left a fan, so I would definitely say that.
We did the dirty fighting assessment, but I actually saw those characteristics that I would come out of me. It made me realize how ugly and awful I am when fighting. And it just made me realize, like, I don't want to be that person. And Victor's not my enemy. We're on the same team. So it was being confronted with those words, as harsh as they were when they were on paper, it made me realize that there has to be a right way. And again, and it goes back to learning how to communicate better and not doing the lazy way, which is fighting. And sometimes like nothing gets resolved when you fight, because eventually down the road, like, it's going to break out again and it's going to be worse than the first fight. So at least with the communication, we can get it resolved and come to a solution.
The first skill they taught us was the DTR, daily temperature reading. That I found super helpful. Just we start incorporating that into our daily routine without even knowing we started doing it. So one of the most important things from that was one part of it is that you tell your spouse wishes, hopes, and dreams, and then you pray for each other, and you pray together. So I was used to praying by myself, and after that we learned that skill, we started praying together out loud.
That would have been the biggest one if somebody on the street were just to come up to me and say, like, hey, you know, what's up with the Adventures in Marriage? Like, how, you know, what would be the best thing about it? And I say, because I walked through it, I learned so much, and it gave me that opportunity to actually, and willingness to learn more about Nancy in the whole process, because I actually started learning more about her through the process.
I would just tell any couple, no matter where you are in your marriage, whether you're deeply head over heels in love, or whether you're on the rocks, whether you're brand new or, you know, 30, 40 years in, it has something for everybody. So, you know, even if it's just that one extra nugget that you pick up, it will definitely help. Or whether you need it to repair and get back to, you know, how you started, it would do that too. So it's for everybody.
Better to do it in the beginning of your marriage, even like, because these are skills that is not only for the marriage, but it's for like with your kids, with other relationships outside the home. They're great. I think I'm a better friend because of them.
Helps you like slow down and just really focus on your partner and what's important, and put away all the extra stuff for a little bit and just, focus on each other.
Through it all, Adventures in Marriage has saved our marriage.
Adventures in Marriage helped our marriage.